Hey, what's up guys? Today we are trying out a game called Delusion Murders. So let's jump into the chapters. And we're pressing chapters again. Nope. Load. Nope. Return chapters. Oh, so case file 1. Okay, did not see that. Do not know how. So, case file 1, Disillusioned. An Oregon, fairly obscure private detective, Red Julie, and her claims about her powerful method aren't taken seriously by anyone. That changes when a new case piques her interest. The Delusion Murders. Okay, so it's a parking lot basically. Hen Park. Oh, it's a park, sorry. Okay, so a murder happened at this park, I guess. Interestingly looking cop. So, the police are already here. Don't worry, we have got this. I doubt it. But it doesn't matter. This won't take very long. I mean, all of us, when I said we. She doesn't need the encouragement, Latch. You're right. Excuse me, what's going on here? Nothing unusual, officer. Crook, but call me sir at all times. Why is there a stranger intruding on the crime scene? That's the coroner. The coroner is supposed to be an hour away. This is highly... Really? Are you sure you were speaking to the coroner? What? The coroner lives only a block away. Why would it take an hour? Unless you weren't speaking to the coroner at all. What do you mean, officer? Well, have you heard about this nosy detective who keeps poking around police business? She's called Red Julie, sir. Red Julie? Oh yeah. There was a memo about that a week or two, I think. Some private detective who thinks she's a hotshot, claims to solve crimes in seconds. It's not true, of course. Nobody takes her nonsense seriously. Right, that's her. She was probably posing as a coroner over the phone trying to sneak into this crime scene. Good thing you mentioned it. Hey, isn't the coroner over there wearing an entirely red outfit? That's just Red Julie doesn't wear red, sir. That would be way too obvious. Let's go trace the number that called you. Good thinking, officers. You as well, sir. I can't believe your brain fits in that helmet, sir. Ha ha ha, you flatter me too much, boys. I'm a woman. Oh, boys is gender neutral. Ah, sure it is. Do you have a problem with that, mister? And before you say anything, I'm also using Mr. in a gender-neutral way. Okay, so. Great, keep him distracted. I think I have gathered enough samples. Time to use my method. Don't fail me now. Okay. What's happening? Oh, I had to press the left mouse button, okay. What? That can't be right. This has never happened before. None of those terms are gender neutral. Really? Man isn't gender neutral? Then why do they say mankind? Because of sexism. What? You guys are blowing my mind. Do you think that's the most sensitive thing to be saying at this crime scene, sir? Oh, you're right. I'm very sorry. No worries. Ah, the coroner. Have you finished your coronation? I'm just going to let that one go. I can't do anything more with the crime scene. And she's off without another word. Like usual. Time for us to go. File that paperwork. Remember to keep an eye out for Red Julie. You never know when she might appear. Will do. I won't let her into the crime scene. That's the energy, sir. Phew. Good thing they didn't notice I'm not really a police officer. What? Okay. That was close. So they are not police officers as well, okay. Glad I don't have to wear that stupid outfit anymore. This job gets more dangerous every day. That's the nature of it. Doesn't mean I can complain. No, go ahead. Complain away. She doesn't respect us at all, even though we do so much for her. I can tell. To her, we are lower than dirt. Not that we're not lower than dirt, but just because something's lower than you doesn't mean you should look down on it. It's more complicated than that. But I agree, she really needs an attitude adjustment. One positive newspaper article on that lime slicer case and it totally went to her head. It's factually wrong anyway. It's impossible to solve a crime in 10 seconds. She just keeps lying about her method and getting away with it. Well, that's what journalism comes to. Fact checks are a thing of the past. I don't blame them for wanting the clickbait of a detective who uses osmosis or whatever she says it is. So, do you want to quit or what? I'm not saying that. Just letting off steam. I do enjoy some parts of this job. Yeah, me too. Typical. They were always complaining. Maybe they have appreciated what I had given them at some point. When you have talent, it's natural for others to be jealous. What they didn't understand is that I worked just as hard as them. It took a lot of effort to maintain this office, to manage my assistants, to keep my skills sharp. Maybe I had failed in doing so. Maybe that's why my method wasn't showing me the answer. I have done my daily exercises, but maybe they weren't enough anymore. The illusion killer themed their crime around various illusions. The crime scene was obvious at first glance. The position of the victims formed a Konisna triangle. They had all been shot, but the strange thing was there was only one bullet at the scene, and they all been shot at exactly the same time. There was no sign of a second gun or another bullet. This was of course impossible. You can't shoot 3 people standing in a triangle with 1 bullet, but when I had used my method. Interesting. The solution it had shown me was a curving bullet. It couldn't be right, and yet my method was always right. Or at least it had been always right. What was I missing? They were expecting my answers soon, but I had nothing to give them. Nothing. Look who finally showed up. Quick, come, stop talking about how much you hate your job. Wait to throw me under the bus. Complaining about the work again? This is what being a detective entails. If you don't like it, you can always quit. I don't want to quit. I just want some appreciation once in a while. Appreciation? Then check clear, didn't it? Anyway, there's more important thing to talk about. It's time to finally catch the serial killer. Serial killer? What? That's right. This is what the latest murder by the illusion killer. Oh yeah, I have heard of them. Remember the negative murder? Where the victim was painted to look like a negative photo? Damn, okay. Or the infinite pit murder where the victim had fallen on a street that was painted to look like bottomless hole from one specific angle? Okay. But from any other angle it just looked like a flat distorted painting. Yeah, the victim was actually beaten with a hammer to make it look like they had been dropped from up high. Well, when I examined the crime scene, there were 3 victims. They had been arranged in a Konisna triangle. The idea is that our brains fill in the shape of a triangle even though one hasn't been drawn. Yeah, I get it. The killer sounds pretentious. I agree. The victims had all been shot in the head. There was only one evidence of one bullet at the crime scene. I looked. One bullet. Shot from one gun. Wait a minute. You can't shoot 3 people standing in a triangle with just one bullet. That's right. It's impossible. The blood splatter on the ground seemed to indicate that the bullet had curved and hit the 3rd victim. What? No way. Fortunately, my method came to the rescue. Oh boy, here we go. The true solution is simple. There's really nothing interesting about this mystery at all. The person who discovered the bodies was the killer. That's what my method confirmed. They tampered with the crime scene, arranged the bodies into a triangle. And that's all there is to it. How boring. Sometimes mysteries are boring. I had rather a case be boring than unsolved. I don't believe that. Case closed. Please send my solution to all local papers as usual. Yeah, like any of them will care. They cared enough to publish my solution to the lime slicer. She's mentioning it again, Yeah, I noticed. Laugh all you want at me. It was important that it was published. It was the correct solution. I know, I'm sorry. Just having a bit of fun. Yes, I know it's fun for you to insult me. It's why I hired you. I don't want you to be too attached to me or this job. I'm off. Lock up. Wait, does that mean what I think it means? Yeah. You should have seen her last assistant. He wasn't like you. He was a total suck-up. But even he got a boot. It's our fate as well, eventually. Red Julie isn't someone anyone can get close to. I tried. So we have completed the first chapter. So, Red Julie's method isn't working, but why? To buy time to find an answer, she lies about the solution to the case, but the illusion killer may still be out there. Okay, so, I don't know, I'm not gonna be continuing the chapter 2. The game looks okay. It looks good, but it was, at least in the chapter 1, only, reading through the text. And, that's not my kind of type of game. I usually like to, click and point. Those are the click and point and click games. So those are the types that I like. So this is, basically for those that like these story games where you don't have a lot of interactions. So, yeah, pretty okay. And it's currently free on Steam, so I would say it's good game since it's free, So, yeah. Thank you and bye.